Opening Drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Game week is real. Game week is here. You can close camp and start focusing on the schedule. And for the Aggies, that means the Bryant Bulldogs coming to Las Cruces on Saturday. Good morning, boys and girls, and happy Tuesday to you. Thanks for finding the Opening Drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, how you living?
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, buddy. We're gonna get into everything. Got all your NFL stuff. Your Kenny Pickett trade, like somebody suggested yesterday. Lobo Aggie basketball down in Las Cruces on the 15th. But let's talk the footy first, because Saturday down in Las Cruces, it'll be the second season for Tony Sanchez as the head coach at his alma mater. 55 newcomers on the team, including 42 transfers. It'll be the Aggies and Bryant at Aggie Memorial Stadium. Head coach Tony Sanchez is going to join us on Tuesday mornings as we open the show, as he does right now. Good morning, Tony. Happy game week. How you living?
I'm fired up, man. America's favorite sport is back, so we're excited to get going on Saturday.
Yeah, it is. It's just a different feel, isn't it? I mean, you go through camp, and it's a grueler, and you look at it, and you're staring at it, but now you got somebody to look at on the other side. It's got to just feel different.
It does. I mean, everyone around the country, you're grinding through spring ball and summer workouts and, anticipation of training camp, and then you kind of, you get 3 weeks into it, and it's like, all right, we're ready to go compete against somebody different. So we're excited. It's great to wake up and have a game week Tuesday.
All right, you're going to play 4 teams this year that the Aggies have never played before, and one of them is Bryant. They come from Rhode Island. That's probably what maybe most Aggie fans don't even know where they're from. What is Bryant? Who is Bryant? I know you looked at him on tape. What are you going to see on Saturday?
They're a solid team. They do a good job. They're fundamentally sound. They're well coached. They've got a quarterback that started a handful of games last year, Brendan Meyer. He's a good player. He's capable. Not a runner, but he'll throw the ball around the yard. Brought in some transfers on the O-line. A kid named Marcus Williams, who was at TCU when I was there. He's a solid player. Defensively, they probably have a little bit more experience on that side of the ball. They're a solid team. And, coming out of camp, biggest thing is just focusing on yourself. Make sure you're fundamentally sound. You're taking care of the football. You're creating turnovers. Playing well on third downs, scoring touchdowns in the red zone, and limiting their opportunities. So, there's a lot of fundamental things we talked about. And you watched college football just last weekend. There wasn't many games, and there was, quite a few little miscues. We showed the team a tape on Sunday night of just all the special teams miscues that happened in those first 4 games. And, there was about 5 or 6 different plays that were game-changing. So, we want to make sure we avoid those things and hopefully, create that on the opposite side.
All right, you said special teams. I wasn't going to go there first, but I will. You had a lot of questions to answer. Kicker, punter, holder, long snapper. Did you figure everything out? You feel good about where you are? Because special teams makes or breaks a whole lot of games.
No doubt. Ryan Hawk coming in from Valparaiso, he's a good player. He kicked 4 balls over 50 yards last year, and we've seen it throughout camp. I mean, he's consistent. He's consistently right around that 90% from 50 to 55, which is great to see, putting the ball in the end zone. Now, we've got to see him do it in the game, but he's done it before, again, at Valpo. Max Dean, the punter we brought over from Australia last year, it was good for him to have a year to be able to be a backup. We had a returning starting punter. So for him to have that year, and he, he's a big 6'1", 200-pound kid. So he's looked great in camp. So he'll get his feet wet this weekend. And then Grayson Curtis, the transfer from Central Michigan, is a long snapper. So he's played a bunch of games. He's a solid player, 6'2", 230, runs down well on coverage. So excited about that. And then TK King at kickoff return and TJ Pride at punt return. I feel like we're better in a lot of areas, and that's one of them.
Tony Sanchez joining us in the opening drive. You have 4 players with 10 or more consecutive starts on your roster. Now, what is the challenge of getting things going early, but also near the excitement of the new players and the new additions?
Yeah, one of the things that, when you bring in a new guy is what we're really starting to see is the premium on guys that have actually played. Now, sometimes you're going to bring a transfer in that had limited experience at another place, but you hope that guy's a young guy. When you bring in a guy who has limited experience at a big school and he's been there for 3 or 4 years, You know, I mean, every once in a while you'll hit on that, but to us, what we found in kind of studying the country is, you know, guys that are coming up from the 1AA level, Division II level, or guys that are, again, young that played special teams, you know, those guys are more impactful. And we've got a lot of those guys that have played a lot of snaps at different places. So, yeah, you're right. We've got some guys who've got the starts under your belt here, but we've got a lot of guys that have played a lot of football. I mean, you know, you look at, you know, Makai Lee, you know, our left tackle, big 6'7" kid from North Texas who's played a bunch, and then Malik Williams. I mean, you know, you lose a guy like Shayaz Pete, and then, you know, we're very fortunate you're able to bring a guy like Malik Williams in, who the San Jose, he's a 2-year starter, been to 2 straight bowl games. I mean, he's as good as an offensive lineman as we've had since I've been here. So you get a little lucky at the end too, you know, bringing guys like that in. But I'm excited. I mean, the team's gelled well together throughout the summer and camp. They've done a really good job. You know, you always worry about culture when you're bringing in that many new guys, but we're all kind of doing it now. This group's really done a good job of meshing with each other, getting along, and at the same time competing really hard against each other.
Well, when it comes to experience, to have a quarterback like Logan Fife that comes in, that's played a lot of football, now combining with the OC David Yost, what are you hoping to see out of that combination?
Well, we just got to be a whole lot better. You know, we struggled being explosive last year, and, you know, bringing Logan in, who's got career starts under his belt. He's an experienced guy. You know, bringing Coach Yost in, you know, they both got here in the spring, and them being able to work together the entire spring throughout the summertime. We've seen a lot of growth in Logan, and I'm excited for him. I'm excited for him to get the range. You know, we voted for captains the other day, and, you know, you got the 105-man roster, and he got over 100 votes. So that speaks a testament to who he is. And I'm not sure if you know, but he just had a baby girl. So we're excited for Logan. He's a new daddy last, 2 weeks ago.
It's a big deal. You notice any change in him since he's been a daddy?
I'm just making sure that he's sleeping. Every time he walks in, I ask him, you get a good night's sleep. So his wife's an all-star.
That's why you sleep in a hotel the night before the game, right? You get the guys away.
Exactly.
Yeah, you figure it out. He's Tony Sanchez, New Mexico State's head coach. So here's something Aggie fan has heard before. Kid played at Volcano Vista High School in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and went on to New Mexico Military Institute, and now is really shining at New Mexico State. And it might not be the guy that everybody thinks of. Tyler Martinez is going to be a stud on defense. Preseason all-conference, everywhere you look in Conference USA. Led you in tackles last year. You got to be thrilled to have him back. And that's a hell of a formula. Volcano Vista to New Mexico Military Institute to the Aggies.
No doubt. Tyler's a special kid. He's been here through this entire, run that we've had. He's a great young man. I actually coached with Coach Wallen, the head coach of Volcano Vista, when we were at Oñate High School together a long time ago. So I remember going in and seeing Tyler with his big old mullet when he was when he was back visiting from NIMI, and just getting him here has been awesome. I mean, he's done a great job of developing as a football player, developing as a person. He's a leader. He's another guy that got over 100 votes as a team captain. He's a guy that the entire team, when he speaks, everybody listens to. So, and he's earned it. It's one of those deals where he's got a bunch of starts under his belt. He had just under 100 tackles last year, and we expect him to be that focal point in the middle of the defense.
People talk about everything that's new, and there's 55 newcomers and a new quarterback and 42 transfers, but you kept, for the most part, your staff together. David Yost, who, and by the way, he was with us last week. He was great. But really, as far as your whole staff, you got 9 full-time staffers coming back, and then David Yost comes in as offensive coordinator. I got to believe continuity at the coaching staff level, as difficult as that is in this era, is huge for you in that program as you guys continue to send the same message to these guys who are here.
There's no doubt. I mean, it really is. And it helps you continuity-wise, just being on the same page. But where it really helps now is the forecast and recruiting. The one thing that, I learned a lot in a year, with the new rules and the transfer and, the NIL and all that stuff. And one of the things we did, I believe we did a good job on, proof will be in the put in the season, but we did a good job, I think, of projecting. There was nobody that we lost after spring football that we didn't have on our list of potential losses. So we did a good job of going, all right, who are the guys that people are going to tamper with, they're going to come get, and it's just the day and age we live in. It's what's going to happen. So, with the Seth McGowan and the Shayaz Pete, we were already actively recruiting just in case. You don't want to lose those guys. Everybody's in the same boat. But, having that continuity of the staff, having some really open, honest discussions, and making sure that we, when we're watching film and we're looking at recruits and we're creating our draft board, so to speak, that we are actively recruiting positions that are vulnerable. And and so we were able to fill guys in right away because we kind of knew where we were going. So that's probably one of the biggest differences on this roster that we put together from last year.
Coach, we know it's one game at a time next practice, but you look at this schedule for you this season. You get to start with 2 home games, 3 of the first 4 in the state of New Mexico, of course, with Week 4 at the Lobos. How do you feel that this sets up to try to build some consistency early in the season?
Well, us crazy coaches, we look at these schedules and we twist it and shake it, and we always, rationalize how it's going to be great for us, and I like it. I mean, we'll see. I love being at home game 1. You always like that. It's kind of a, nice little reward after camp and stuff, being at home and having your home crowd here, and, in Las Cruces, rocking those cowbells, so that's exciting. And then, getting to have Tulsa again here at home, that's kind of nice to get to settle in before you go to La Tech. And then you have a bye week before you play New Mexico, and then you got a quick 5-day turnaround for Sam Houston. So, I like it. The 5-day turnaround for Sam Houston coming off a bye, that's always going to be, a little bit of an issue, but you're just going to have to knuckle up. You like having the bye before New Mexico, and I believe they have a bye before us, too. So both teams will be ready and rested up and ready to go. That ought to be a fun game up there in Albuquerque. Coach Eck's a great guy, doing a good job over there, so I'm happy for him. So I like it. As far as the beginning of the season goes, I like the 2 games at home and head to the road and then get a bye week before we play the Lobos. So it's I like the schedule. I think it's good.
Just a few more minutes. Tony Sanchez, New Mexico State's football coach, is with us. I know you feel comfortable quarterback, and you should with Logan. You good with your playmakers? It sounds like when we talked to you a couple of weeks ago, you felt you were deep at running back. Did you find guys at wide out that you feel comfortable with as playmakers getting the ball down the field?
Yeah, it's the deepest room we've had since I've been here since 2022 by far. I'm excited. Donovan Fapel's a guy who we thought was going to have a great year last year, and it just never came to fruition. We head up for, game 2, you go up there to go play Fresno State, and he ends up with the tonsillitis, and it took like 5 weeks to get the surgery. It wrecked his season. He didn't play till the last 2 games. So having him back and healthy, he's well over 200 pounds. He's running well. He's the guy that we recruited a couple years ago that was catching balls in the championship game. So excited about him. P.J. Johnson coming back, Tyler King, who is just dynamic, is one of the faster guys we've had in a long time, of pride. And, I'm excited. A.J. Williams has had a heck of a camp. It's a good group, but there's a bunch of guys in there that I think that are going to make us a lot more. So we're a lot faster. The one thing that you'll see this year, and it's one of those things we talked about in recruiting, man, if you were not a sub-10-8 guy, we weren't going to recruit you. We want guys who can run. So all over the secondary, the wide-out room, running back room, everybody can run, and it is evident coming out of camp. So we got to do it in games, but I'm excited about that group. And then just a tight end group, too. Gavin Harris, who came over from Central Michigan, and Lucas Unger, who came over from Stanford. They're both really solid guys who can run, stretch the field, catch, and put their hand on the ground and block. So excited about it.
All right, lastly, you're one of 15 coaches, and I think this number's big. I don't recall it being this big, who are coaching at their alma mater. And I know it's special, man. And you coach at UNLV, and I know that was special because you were so tied to that town. Year 2, is it any different? Is it like, I don't know? Is it different being at your alma mater because there's just some sort of a swell that I always tell people, you just love your alma mater. You had a good time at school. You love where you went to school. There's something about it. What does it mean for you?
It's special. Again, the place that gave you a chance to kind of, to settle, get your life going in the right direction. Got 2 degrees from here. Spent 10 years living here before I kind of went off on my coaching journey. It's a great place. I love the town. The people are just kind and friendly, and it's, and obviously the university. We've had a lot of instability, in the last bunch of years here. So, I'm excited, for President Ferme to be here and kind of put his stamp down and create some stability in our organization athletically and just campus wide. So you know how it is through the beginning of the year. You can really set a tone, going out and winning a football game and getting people excited and just getting that energy going. And that's one of the great things that football does. I always say New Year's Eve isn't the real beginning of a year. Football season is. That's kind of when the year really starts for everybody. So I'm excited about it, and I'm excited to be here. Coaching for the Aggies. It's special, and I'm very appreciative of it.
I know what makes it fun, and that's winning. Go get one on Saturday. Bryant's in town. We'll catch up with you on Tuesday of next week. Good luck to open the season against the Bryant Bulldogs.
All right, appreciate you guys. Go Aggies.
Be well, Tony. Tony Sanchez, the head football coach at New Mexico State. There's something about your alma mater, right? The guys who coach there right? We remember, you've had two coaches in New Mexico, Rocky Long, Danny Gonzalez, who it was special for them, right? And you feel Tony's the same way. Michael Desermo from Louisiana is led a New Mexico Bowl last year, was at his alma mater, and the pride he had. There's just something about it, right?
No question.
Now, I'm interested to watch him. I really am. I am. You can get in on that. All right, 505-246-0610. We'll set the table for you when we get back. Emails Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. I ask you a lot, who's watching your home when you're gone? Who is it? It's the good guys or the bad guys, and I prefer it to be the good guys. That's why I've hired IPS years and years ago to watch my home. It's affordable private security. You see them everywhere around town, in your neighborhood, at your stores, wherever you go. They're keeping the bad guys away because property crime continues to be on the rise. They have officers strategically placed all around town, in Albuquerque and Santa Fe. They react quickly. Often they catch criminals in the act and detain them for the police to come get them. They provide standing guards, does IPS, if you want eyes around your property around the clock, install alarms and camera systems, and they have a state-of-the-art facility to monitor those cameras 24/7. All of this raises the level of security around your home and your business. So make sure it's the good guys and not the bad guys. You've worked too hard to build what you got. Don't let someone just come in and destroy it. Call IPS. Talk to them about protecting your property. 505-897-2420 is their number. 505-897-2420. They are online at ipsglobal.com. Passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Offensively.
Yeah, what stood out to me was I think they've had some good receivers over the years, and he said it's the deepest room that they've had, and that they have speed, and that they won't recruit anybody under 10, 8, and 100. And if he's got some speed, and I think he's got a quarterback, if he keeps him healthy, in Logan Fife, that he can get the ball to them. You know, I look at their first 1, 2, 3. I mean, you tell me why they're not in any of their first 5 games. That's Bryant, Tulsa, Louisiana Tech, New Mexico, and Sam Houston. Tell me, I mean, you can't make me an argument. Yeah, now let me see them on Saturday, right? But I don't know why that, you know, they don't believe they've got a shot at those. Then you worry about Liberty when you got to worry about Liberty, and then, you know, Missouri State, Western Kentucky looked great the other day. But, you know, I look down at what they're doing. If in fact they're that good, and how about, you know, you got a stud defensive player who went to Volcano Vista and Nemi, kind of the Diego Pavia exact route, and Tyler Martinez, right? So,
yeah, pieces. Now we have to see what this is going to look like. New Mexico State will be able to find out about them a little bit sooner. But at the same time, you look at the Lobos, Michigan this week, Idaho State, a team that just lost by a touchdown at UNLV in their 0-week game. For these two programs, New Mexico and New Mexico State, nothing is a given, and they have to go out there and show everyone this is why they're going to be worth something this season.
I think that's right. No, it's going to be fun. It all starts on Saturday. All right, NFL stuff. Today is roster cut day, so everybody's cutting down to 53, and we'll watch that as we go through it. Yesterday, when Aiden O'Connell went down, the backup quarterback for the Raiders, I suggested that they make a call and Kenny Pickett would be their dude. And what did I say, 5th or 6th round? I can't recall. But, I mean, kind of where I went with that, right? I mean, and that's what happened. Kenny Pickett got traded from Cleveland to the Raiders, and I believe it was a 5th round pick?
Yes.
All right. So kind of exactly what I said, right?
You were on it. I didn't think Cleveland was moving off one of those guys yet.
I just
like
thought,
that quickly.
Yeah, I thought 4 was too many, and it felt like they wanted to keep both rookies. So now they better decide pretty damn quickly who number 2 is, because Joe Flacco's one hit away from needing number 2. And his 40-year-old butt doesn't move very much. So, look, I like Joe Flacco. I think Joe Flacco, until he shows me he can't play in this league, I'm going to tell you he's going to be a usable quarterback in this league. Now he's playing on a team that probably isn't very good, but you better find out who number 2 is really quick, don't you think?
Yes. Like right now.
Yeah. No, like right now, like in the next day or two. All right. So I'm watching just stuff. Rams and Browns have made a trade this morning. Nothing that's huge, real big. The Giants cut Tommy Cutlets, so he's just Tommy Cut, right? He's out. Somebody signed him, maybe. I don't know. But everything I'm looking right now, like CBS says they think the depth chart's Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, then Shedeur, and that's what I believe it's going to be too.
Sounds about right. This moment in time, the way that they function in the preseason, the way that they played, there's an opportunity there, man. If Shedeur Sanders goes out there, capitalizing the moments that he does get in practice, shows his work ethic, like, it's right there. Go be QB2, then see what happens, because you never know in the NFL.
100% right. No, I mean, a lot of these guys got their shot, and I mean, that's how Brock Purdy got a job, right? Brock Purdy took it over when guys got hurt and never gave it back. Cardinals made some cuts, including former New Mexico Bowl runner-up quarterback Clayton Tune from the University of Houston. They cut 12 guys last night. Raiders signed Amari Cooper, which, I don't know. I kept waiting for Amari Cooper to do something last year with Buffalo, and that didn't happen. And then the Trey Hendrickson thing happened. So yesterday, whilst we were on the air, Terry McLaurin signed his deal, or at least agreed to his deal. This is so Cincinnati. So they gave him a $14 million raise. He'll make $30 million. Will Trey Hendrickson, their edge rusher in Cincinnati this year. And he makes a $1 million bonus if he plays 60% of their snaps. And then he's a free agent. But does that mean they can franchise him after this year? Or is he not available to be franchised?
They can.
Wow.
Will they?
I mean,
who knows? They said it's so Cincinnati. And there's just things I don't understand. Like, if
Like
you're
this?
going to sign any of these guys, why does it take so long? Do they really just not want to practice?
Well, I think this one was an absolute compromise where the player wanted a long term. He was looking at what, 2 for $79 million or something like that. 3, and he gets one. He gets 1 year, like not even an extension. He got a raise this year. They just added $14 million to his salary. So you want your $30 million this year? This is no different than being franchised. It's a 1 year deal, right? I don't understand it either. All right, 505-246-0610. Travis, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. What's good, Travis?
Hey, good morning, fellas.
What's happening?
It is good. It's a good week in the 505s. It is game week for the Lobos, and a really a marquee matchup. Chance for those guys to go into the big house and shock the world. Just kidding.
It is that opportunity. Yes, you do have that opportunity. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Just as much as I have an opportunity to play in the NFL.
Well, they got more of an opportunity.
Listen, just beat the spread. You know, I think Rudy said it best yesterday. Like, show up, play with some intensity. Try to keep that game close. Don't get blown out early. I know that Coach Eck said something similar. Let's avoid those big, 50, 60, 70-yard back-breaking touchdown scores. And see if we can make them work a little bit, and just put something good on film. No one, the most diehard Lobo fan in Albuquerque is not expecting the Lobos to win that game, but listen, there's a lot of points on that spread, and it'd be nice if we beat the spread. And that for me, that would be a win. And a good way to kind of start this season and this journey.
That.
But look, final thing for me, and I know you guys touched on it yesterday, and I think JJ had such a great point on this issue. I've been watching the commentary, just the media firestorm on the Sanders family, especially after Shedeur's performance over the weekend, and then certainly Shiloh getting cut by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I am utterly perplexed where all of these apologists have come from. These people who are just adamant that these guys are not getting a fair shake, and I don't know where that energy comes from. And I saw a really interesting video yesterday by former NFL quarterback Chase Daniel, and he broke down the Rams Browns film, and there was no hidden motive there. There was no commentary about the larger conversation. It was simply breaking down the film from an NFL quarterback's perspective. And what he put on film was just not good. He can't stay in the pocket. Chase Daniel said that he was, quote, drifting. He holds the ball too long. And when he's on the run, when he's flushed from the pocket, which happened a lot because that offensive line was terrible over the weekend, he holds the ball like a loaf of bread in one hand. There's no ball security there. And those are all things that are just, it's not good. And
it can be coached out of
to read the defenses is really bad. It looks like he is waiting for the guy that he wants to throw the ball to be wide open. And he doesn't trust that the guy is going to move into the window. And so I just think that guy is not NFL ready. And it's not I don't have anything against the Sanders family. I'd like to see that kid succeed, but it doesn't look right now. He's not ready. And at the end of the day, if you really believe that the NFL is after you or after the Sanders family, then you just got to do it the right way all the time. And that means you don't go out in an NFL preseason game and punch somebody. And so if you have people who are coming to get rid of you and coming to kick you out of the league, don't give them any ammunition. Just do it the right way. And I don't care who you are, whether you're a member of the Sanders family or a member of the Symbieta family, okay? If you are a rookie who is fighting for a roster spot and you punch somebody on the field, you're going to get cut. That's it. Have a good day, guys.
Look, he's not wrong. I think what the biggest thing he said, he's just maybe not NFL ready yet. I think Shedor's got talent. I think Shedor can be coached. It's hard for me to judge Shedor getting sacked 5 times behind a bad offensive line, although he did hold the ball too much. He does run around him. He's got to get rid of it. Can he be coached? Obviously, they got rid of Kenny Pickett, and they're going to go with Dylan Gabriel and Shedor Sanders. I think what he said right there is right. He's just not ready for the NFL yet. In the NFL, you got to throw dudes open. You got to throw to guys who are covered, back shoulder, and watch them make plays. And at Colorado, we was waiting for Travis Hunter to run by everybody else, right? Although there were some great plays that Travis Hunter made. I think what he said is a pretty fair assessment.
It's where it's at right now.
All right, let's break because we're late. 505-246-0610. I got a bunch more NFL stuff. They continue to come in as far as roster moves. We got to get into Joe Mixon's situation, the Amari Cooper situation. Micah. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report brought to you by the Albuquerque Journal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience.
Aggie fan, love to hear your thoughts. If you missed it, we'll have it up later on our website, sportsanimalabq.com, or wherever you get your podcast. You can take a listen to what the Aggie coach had to say. Headed into their opener against Bryant, 7 o'clock at Aggie Memorial Stadium. It's on ESPN Plus on Saturday night. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, 505-246-0610. All right. So Trey Henderson gets signed. Terry McLaurin gets signed. What's left? I don't think Micah's going to get signed, dude, by opening day. I'm starting to lean that way. You know, I have been on this bus the whole time where I think they got a deal and Jerry's just going to announce it right before the ring ceremony and try to steal the thunder on opening day because that's his MO. But man,
would Micah Parsons be like, yeah, Jerry, I'm going to play your game and act like this and take a bunch of hits.
That's right.
But just think that everyone hates you. So let's play this game together.
And that's why it's different. That's why I've leaned off of that. That was the case with Dak. That was the way it was with CeeDee Lamb. This one feels different. There's just stuff in this one that was not there. The stuff that's being said, the stuff that's being done. JJ, why do you believe now it's going to get done?
I don't believe it's going to get done.
Yep. So he doesn't play, right?
They can say all they want. Schottenheimer out there, like, yeah, week 1, Dak Prescott. I believe. I don't.
So if he does not play, right now he's holding in, so he's not getting fined. But if he opts to just not play and he's not hurt, or I guess he can say my back hurts and so he gets paid. Does he get paid?
They have an avenue that they can say he's healthy, and it's going to be he said type of deal. Suspend him and fine him.
So Pro Football Talk has this story where the Cowboys can send a letter to him, right? And explain that he is cleared to practice, remind him that if he fails to practice, it would constitute conduct detrimental to the team. And if he continues to not practice, and eventually if he continues to not play, the Cowboys can exercise some options. They can fine him for conduct detrimental to the team. He can be suspended for up to 4 games without pay. And so that would cost him roughly $5.33 million, which is the cost of 4-game unpaid suspension. That's based on his $24 million. And then what? After 4 games, and then what? Then they got to pay him more. He can't think he's getting paid by just sitting there, right? I mean, does he think that? It's hard to walk away for $24 million, I would imagine.
It's very hard. And Jerry Jones sat there and told not just Parsons, but the entire world, that you're here for 3 years, man. Suck it up, Buttercup.
And I think that's where this ends, right? It's going to come down to you don't want to be here. You're bitter. You're under contract to play for $24 million this year. You and I, they offer us $24 million. We sign the deal. Like, all right, what do I got to do? Wait, I got to do what? I got to lick clean toilets with my tongue? What? Like what? What about? Wait. Right, we're signing the deal before we know what we got to do. $24 million. I gotta believe he's not walking away from that, is he? So if push comes to shove, if Jerry just says, "Well, Micah, we had a deal, and I'm not talking to your agent, and I'm not paying you any more money. Got a deal. Now go to work." So what does Micah do?
What's also interesting in this, and not everyone, but Pro Football Talk as well is kind of at the forefront of this. Not talking with the agent is against the rules of the collective bargaining agreement.
I did not know that.
So what Jerry has done is actually against the rules of, you're supposed to go through the agent. You can have a discussion with players, but it's all supposed to be finalized through the agent.
All right. So he did not break the rules by having the discussion with the player.
But he's breaking it by saying that was the finalized deal.
Has the agent reached out to him? Because all these reports say the agent hasn't called him either. So whose job is it to reach out to who? I mean, we're playing a damn game of chicken here?
No one wants to look bad.
It's pretty high price. Right, nobody wants to look like they folded. And everybody loses. So what you're telling me is because Jerry thinks he negotiated the deal with the player, he's broken the NFLPA, the collective bargaining agreement.
Yes.
Has he refused to take the agent's call? Or is he just not called the agent? To me, those are two different things. I know it's semantics, but it's two different things, I think. Do you agree? I mean, if the agent calls Jerry and says, all right, let's get a deal done, for crying out loud. Well, I had a deal with Micah. I mean, those are two different things to me. Dak Prescott thinks he's going to be there. Tell you what Dak Prescott said when we come back. And what Dak Prescott said putting too much pressure on this thing because, well, I'll explain it to you next. What do you think? Cowboy fan, at what point are you going to go, damn? Dude
that
might not be there.
10 years ago.
Well, no, Micah might not be there. Yeah, no, I know where you are on Jerry. Yeah, that was 10 years ago. But, I mean, but you're still talking about it. It was the talk at your fantasy draft. I know. Tell you what Dak Prescott had to say. And why, I'm not sure was the right thing to say. I got a jeweler. I didn't know I needed a jeweler. You might not know you need a jeweler, but you will one day. especially if you're getting engaged. It's John Thomas Jewelers, and there's nowhere else to go if you are getting engaged. If you're looking for a ring, they got over 3,000 men's and women's bridal sets on hand right now. You can go look at, try on, and if you don't find exactly what you're looking for, they'll create one for you. Right there in their state-of-the-art design center, you'll see it in 3D. Any ring that they design, you can preview in 3D wax. They like print it in 3D printed wax before they make it a precious metal, so you know exactly what you're getting. And then you give her the ring, and if she wants something different, you've got an entire year to redesign that ring. After you propose, there's no penalty, not even on custom rings. Nobody does this. It is called the No Regrets engagement ring, and it is exclusively at John Thomas Jewelers. Plus, all of their rings come with a free lifetime nationwide warranty. Their diamonds are the best you can find anywhere. They're hand-selected by John Thomas Jewelers in Antwerp, Belgium, which is the diamond capital of the world. That means you cannot find a more beautiful, a brighter, a more magnificent diamond anywhere. It is the No Regrets engagement ring. It is exclusively at John Thomas Jewelers. Go by and see why they're my jeweler. They're going to be yours as well. 3rd floor, Lewis University building. Right there on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manaus, right across the street from the Coronado Mall. See why they've been voted the best jewelry store in Albuquerque 5 straight years and voted one of the coolest jewelry stores in America. It's John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
This report.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport.
He's holding his line in the sand, and Micah's holding his line in the sand. So what do you got to do? You got to go talk to the quarterback about this stud defensive edge rusher because, well, you do. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck, 505-246-0610. So Dak went through this, right? He went through this whole thing and signed at the very end, and the whole pay me, we're not going to pay you, and the same crap. So Dak Prescott was asked whether he thinks Micah Parsons will play in the opener September 4th, which, by the way, is next Thursday. That's like 9 days away. Quote Prescott, "I've got confidence. I told y'all that way back when. And I'm just going off of experience, honestly, no different than mine. I've got confidence in that, just hoping, which I know he is, that he's ready to play." Okay. Has it been a distraction? Quote Prescott again. "There's been a case of something similar to this the last 3 years. I believe if not before, not necessarily. I think that people can take it however they want. I think it's kind of part of what of the way guys think and see things around here." All right. So no? What we're used to it? By saying I expect him to be there, I have confidence he'll be there. Does that mean he's letting his team down if he doesn't show up?
It adds an element to that. They're counting on you, but Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, the faces of that franchise, I don't know if they realize this is, or they know because they're in it.
Different.
This feels a lot different than their negotiations.
Oh. Yeah. Trayvon Diggs is on that defense. Quote, "I just hope he gets everything worked out and we get everything situated. All the guys miss him. Everybody wants him out there. I just hope that everything gets handled so we can go out there and win. I know he's working. He wants to be out there bad. I know the type of person he is, type of hard worker he is. I just know he wants to be out there." Okay. None of that. That's the dude who knows him pretty well. None of that said I think he's going to be there. That's a whole lot of hope. And I'm going to tell you, hope ain't a plan. It's just not. What about the trade demand? This is Trayvon Diggs again. Quote, "I've heard him say before he plays the game for us. We go out there sweating blood, sweat, and tears. We work out together, train together. So it's really him being with us at the end of the day. I know for sure he wants to be out there with us. This is home, this is family, so why wouldn't he want to be here?" End quote. Well, he ain't getting paid. And y'all do this as a living. This is a job. And your window to make a lot of money is a very short window. And you maximize what you can make. So why wouldn't he want to be here? Because the owner obviously doesn't want to pay him market value. Look, I'll go on this again. Market value to me does not mean that Micah Parsons has got to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the history of the football. And I know that's what everybody expects. That's been tossed around. That's what the next guy up has to be. Trey Hendrickson isn't that. He signed yesterday, got it settled. He's going to play football. He's making $30 million a year, which is way less than the market value, I believe. Okay? I don't know if that helps or hurts Micah Parsons or has nothing to do with Micah Parsons. But $31 million isn't near what Trey Hendrickson is worth, right? if you look at him compared to some of the other guys. He's a $35 million guy. Micah Parsons in this market is probably worth 37 to 39. I don't think he's a 41. He has to be top of the market. Whatever. We're playing numbers now. But we're also playing egos. But here's the reality. If, and this is what I don't know, and I'm going to go back to our last segment conversation, JJ, where you said the jury is breaking the collective bargaining agreement by not talking to the agent. Well, is the agent talking to him? Has he denied the agent's call? If the agent, what's the agent's name in this thing? Everybody seems to know it. Doesn't matter. If the agent has called Jerry Jones and Jerry has not talked to the agent, then we got a problem. But if this is a damn standoff where I'm not calling you, you need to call me. You know what? Somebody needs to put their flipping ego down and pick up a phone and settle this thing. And I don't care if it's the agent. You know what? It should be the agent in some respects because the agent wants his client to get paid. The agent's client is under contract. If the agent wants to renegotiate a deal, and by the way, the agent gets paid percentage, then the agent should pick up the phone and call Jerry. Tell me why I'm wrong. Jerry's guy's under contract. He expects him to go play.
Mm-hmm.
You want to renegotiate the deal? Do you go to your boss or do you think the boss comes to you? Sometimes the boss comes to you. They do. Is this a respect thing? I'm the owner. I got a guy under contract. Go to work. I'm the agent. I want my guy to get a better deal. I call the boss. Tell me what I'm missing. 505-246-0610. Got a bunch more, man. Running back already out for 4 weeks. Guy who was broken is going to come and take his place. Cuts are coming into, it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All In Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Browns have traded Kenny Pickett to the Raiders, kind of like I suggested they would yesterday. Bengals did come to terms with Trey Hendrickson, added $14 million to his salary this year, and Amari Cooper signed with the Raiders. JD, I find this to be a bit significant. The Texans are going to be interesting to me because, they're going to have to find a number. Somebody's going to have to establish. I think they've got guys to be the number 2 and 3 receiver behind Nico Collins. Joe Mixon is out for the first 4 weeks with an ankle injury. Nick Chubb is there, and he's coming off a major injury. They've got Woody Marks, who they drafted in the 4th round out of USC. If Chubb is Chubb, I think they're in great shape. I just don't know why you would expect Chubb to be Chubb at this point, late in his career, coming off two big injuries.
He's not going to be Nick Chubb.
Okay. We're on the same page there. Yeah.
An old running back off massive injuries, because that's what's made him older than he is. And it's going to be a gigantic committee approach. Expect big things out of Nico Collins, who was leading the league in receiving before he got hurt last year. C.J. Stroud's continued development and that offense. You mentioned some of the young guys. Jaden Higgins is a rookie, Iowa State, that they really like in the second round. So it's going to be a lot on, C.J. Stroud showing, can he be that elevator of this offense? Because outside of Nico Collins, there's giant question marks, and it's going to be a committee approach. You're going to see some Chubb, you're going to see some Marks, see some Gumbawale in that backfield. And what you lean on is, when it comes down to it, it's the AFC South, and no one is running away with that division.
Yeah, and they went to Iowa State and got two receivers, second and third round. They picked Higgins in the second round, Jalen Noel in the third. One of those guys is going to pop. You're going to take a late flyer on one of these guys for your fantasy draft. One of those guys is going to be your Tank Dell. They signed Christian Kirk, but I think one of these guys establishes a rapport with C.J. Stroud and becomes that third guy that pops for him. And you may go second round. You like Higgins more because he's 6'4" and he's 215 pounds, as opposed to Noel, who comes in smaller at 5'11". Makes sense. There's going to be a couple receivers who pop. What do you make of the guy in Cincinnati, JJ? The kid who made those unbelievable catches. Now I get how deep their depth chart is at receiver, but I loved me some Mitchell Tinsley. Just watching him play, like sometimes you watch it and you say, all right, he can play. At that level, he can play. I get it, man. Chase, Higgins, Yoshivas, they got all kinds of receivers there. I'm interested in watching their cut list today because I firmly believe if that kid doesn't make that roster, he makes somebody else's.
And all these teams are in the waiver wire. We saw some trades over the last few days of players that were high up on the list that the teams didn't want to wait through the waiver process. Go get them now. Send those 6th, 7th, 5th round picks away. You're going to be looking at those playmakers. Now the challenge is a player like that, can he step in and make the top three? Because you look at Cincinnati and you just laid it out there. Like Tinsley had some awesome catches in the preseason. He is going to be, if he gets on the field, at best the 4th target in that offense.
Yeah. I mean, were there enough balls? All right. Dolphins are signing cornerback Rasul Douglas. He played 15 games with the Bills last year. He just agreed to a 1-year, $3 million deal with the Dolphins. Falcons had a little. I didn't realize the Falcons brought in somebody to challenge Younghoe Koo. Felt like he was pretty safe. They brought in a German kicker named Lenny Krieg, but they're going to keep Koo. Laviska Shenault got cut by the Bills, and they're coming in. They're coming in this morning. I just, there's a few that you're really waiting just to see where it all plays, and we'll keep track on that. But the Mixon thing is really, really interesting to watch. Amari Cooper do anything for you with the Raiders?
In what regard?
In giving them a reliable veteran. So I think Jacoby Myers is their number one. Does Cooper automatically slot in as their number 2 receiver?
Brock Bowers is on that team. No one else.
All right,
is
so
number
Brock
one.
Bowers is their number 1. All right, fair enough. Yes.
No, it's Amari Cooper is just like AJ Green or Julio Jones. Yeah, they were once really good, and it gets to a point where they're signed. They're veteran guys on rosters.
DeAndre Hopkins, that guy now too?
There, absolutely. DeAndre Hopkins.
But Calvin Ridley's not yet. Right?
Calvin Ridley's like 28 years old.
All right, I just want to make sure. Yeah, the love on Calvin Ridley is crazy for me this year. I might be totally wrong on that one. Maybe because he burned me last year.
If Cam Ward is decent, who else is going to get a target on that?
Where else are they throwing? All right, so so tell me who's number 2 on that team. I mean, is it Jack Beck? Is it Trey Tucker?
Who's Jacoby Myers?
All right, so who's their third receiver?
You're bringing in Cooper just for veteran presence. He's going to play on the outside, but we didn't see him create a ton of separation last year. He stepped into a fantastic opportunity in Buffalo.
I agree with that.
And it's hard late in the season. Well, this is late in camp.
Well, I just kept waiting for that one to pop last year, and it just never did. It just never popped last year. All right. The running back situation in Cleveland. Browns have not signed Quinshawn Judkins. He was the 2nd-round pick, 36 overall. The NFL is investigating him for potential punishment under that personal conduct policy. So he could have tried to return to college for another year. So I guess the deal is if the player never signs, and he hasn't, should he be able to go back to college? The NFL's CBA, the collective bargaining agreement, talks about the possibility of a player returning to school after the draft, and while not binding, it shows that it shouldn't be viewed as an impossibility. So what's his issue there? What's the personal conduct issue there?
Domestic violence.
So
now, the charges were dropped, but I guess Cleveland is anticipating maybe even still something coming from the NFL. And what we saw with these second-round picks is there was a huge push this season to make those fully guaranteed deals.
And why would they?
And Cleveland's like, well...
Yeah. No, we got a
Not
big
so
character
fast.
issue. Did they know this before they drafted him? They did not. All right. So what you're telling me is I got a personal conduct issue. I can't let the guy play in the NFL. Oh, but send him back to college. He'll be fine there. Tell me you don't see the hypocrisy.
Ohio State would be like, sure.
Yeah, and that's where he went.
Run it
He
back.
was at Ohio State. So I just want to make sure I understand. Oh no, you're a bad guy. You can't play in the NFL. Go back to college and hit those frat parties. That's what you're telling me? What the hell are we doing? Like, honestly. All right, that's the deal there. So the next guy up, it's Jerome Ford, and it's the next guy up. It's Dylan Sampson, who played at Tennessee. All right, I'm looking for late round flyers, dude. I got another draft tonight. I got a big one on Tuesday.
Absolutely. Throw your darts, see where they land.
All right, let me get back. Baseball, Cal Raleigh continues to dump on the record book. Venus Williams played well at the U.S. Open yesterday, and the Lobos and Aggies are going to play hoop earlier in the schedule than they ever have. How do you feel about this one? We'll get there next, but first, I'm going to tell you why I called LaBarge Landscape. Because I needed to clean up in my backyard. Because, yeah, I'll admit it, got away from me a bit. I'm a little, I don't know if I'm lazy, or I don't like it, or I don't have the time. And you could probably say a little bit of all of that. And so the yard got away from me, and I needed a little cleanup. Not just like, horrible, but I needed a cleanup. The sprinkler system needed a overhaul. There was nowhere else to go. I called LaBarge. Well, there were plenty of other places to go, but in my mind, the only place was LaBarge Landscape. You got a backyard that could be better? You want a basic cleanup? It would be great, huh? Or you want a total overhaul? You want something you'll be proud of for years? LaBarge Landscape will make it all happen. 32 years they've been in business. They've won the hearts of customers dreaming about that gorgeous landscape all around the Albuquerque area. They have over 80 years of experience over at LaBarge Landscape. You got a pretty good idea what you want your landscaping to look like, front yard, backyard, around the house? Call LaBarge, they'll get it done. If you do not have an idea, let LaBarge come out with their design team and help you create something that will be stunning. Whatever it is, man. You want a putting green or retaining wall or a water feature, all of it. Turn whatever you're thinking of into a reality. Call LaBarge Landscape. Sod, a sprinkler system, they'll install that. What about xeriscaping? That way you don't have to water. LaBarge can do that as well. A lot of good weather. Man, this is a town where you spend time in your backyard all year long. Enjoy it. That's why I call LaBarge. You'll get years of enjoyment from a landscape transformation, and you're going to love it like I do. LaBarge Landscape, 505-345-3000. Area code 505-345-3000. You can check out their gallery, look at some of their work on their website. It is LaBarge, L-A-B-A-R-G-E, LaBargeLandscape.net. Whether your project is small or large, the answer is easy. It's LaBarge Landscape.
This report.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, With 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area.
There's no argument. I know you bag on them for not having a full arena or whatever. You got almost 1 million people in your metro area. I think they got like 100,000 max in theirs. And so when the students are gone, it's a lot harder to get their arena filled. So there are no excuses in that regard. In the last 45 years, they played 84 times. This will be the 13th time it's been in November. And we're going to play once. So you got that. Florida Gulf Coast. That do anything for you? At least it's a name you know. An ASUN team. Florida
Dunk City.
Yeah. Well, they were Dunk City. Yeah, that year they beat Georgetown, then San Diego State, and went to the Sweet 16. And Andy Enfield got the job at USC, and now he's at SMU. Got him that job. Florida Gulf Coast will be in the pit on the 14th of December. They were 19-15 last year. They were 13-5 in the ASUN. So there's 10 non-conference games. Pretty much their non-conference schedule is done now. We got it figured out. They're going to play. They'll add one more, Division II or something. So here's global basketball for you. The exhibition against Northern Arizona in the pit. They open up 3 in the pit. East Texas A&M used to be A&M Commerce. UT Arlington and UC Riverside. Okay. Then they go down to Cruces and play that game against the Aggies. And the next week they'll go to Kansas City and play Nebraska and then either Kansas State or Mississippi State. Come home Thanksgiving week, play Alabama State in the pit, take like a week and a half off. Santa Clara in the pit, they go to VCU on the 10th of December and Florida Gulf Coast on the 14th. The league schedule isn't out because everything had to be readjusted when they added Grand Canyon. So that's still being, I got to believe it's going to be out soon. It's been recalibrated. All right, so your big lure at the pit is Santa Clara. Is that right?
Yes.
Your 2 big lures, 3 on the road. You got New Mexico State, VCU, and then the Kansas City MTE. Is this going to be good enough? Is there enough meat on this bone that we don't open the season and it's already about 3 or 4 days in Vegas? Is there enough meat on this bone, plus what the league's going to be? You figure San Diego State's going to be really good. I got to believe, some combination of Colorado State, Boise State, Nevada, UNLV will be good, that there'll be some top 50 net rank games. Is there enough meat on this bone to be considered for an at-large, or is it already 3 or 4 days in Vegas? Santa Clara should be good for you. VCU should be good for you. Those 2 games in Kansas City should be good for you. I think there is, assuming you win 4 of those 5 games, 3 of those 5 games. Like last year we said they got to win 3 of the 5, right? And they did. UCLA, USC, Arizona State, St. John's, and VCU. And they beat UCLA, they beat USC, they beat VCU, they lost to St. John's and Arizona State, right? So they won 3 of those 5, and they
The answer to that question is no.
You don't think this is good enough?
Because last year they would not have gotten in. Weren't they a bid stiller?
Wasn't that 2 years ago?
Or was that 2 years ago? I'm sorry. I'm
pretty sure.
My mind is like...
They didn't win the tournament last year, did they? I don't even remember either. They won the regular season this last year.
That's right. It was the house year. I'm sorry. It's blended together in my mind.
Yeah. They were an at-large this year.
So with that, it puts
Who won the league this year?
It puts you on edge.
Colorado State.
It does. And you have to essentially be perfect to go in with a chance to build a resume.
Well, you cannot lose to East Texas A&M, UT Arlington, UC Riverside, Alabama State, probably or Florida Gulf Coast at home. You can't. Okay? Let's see what the Aggies are. I don't know what their net's going to be. I got to believe you got to get one of those in Kansas City. And, I'm just going to tell you, winning at VCU is going to be a bear. That's not easy. Yeah, is there enough meat on the bone? And I understand why Eric scheduled like this. He has no idea what he's going to get. Look, coaches tell you all the time, they schedule to their team. Patino told me last year when we were on the road, I don't remember where we were. We're in Vegas. We're doing the pregame there. And, he talked about the schedule. And this was off the air, but I don't think I'm breaking any confidence here. He said that they scheduled the way they did last year. UCLA, VCU, St. John's on the road. That tournament where they played SC and Arizona State, he scheduled thinking that they were going to have JT Toppin. And when JT Toppin left, it was a different team. Now, they ended up being pretty damn good, right? They had a pretty good team, and they had Donovan Dent. They played through it. But this is one of those where you look at it and you go, all right, is there enough meat on this bone that they're going to be okay if you're thinking at large? And it'll be an interesting one. Eric Olin's going to be in studio, September 30th? Is that when we're doing that? We'll talk to him about that, and maybe we'll even talk to him before that. But Global Basketball Fan, your schedule is out. And, at least your non-conference is out. Or it's not out, but it's kind of assembled. Does that make it's not? It hasn't been released. They like chip one by drip by drip by drip. You like this? You like the way they did this? It's very united of them, right? To just get out there
now,
every day.
No, give me the schedule.
That's right. That's how.
That's if there's like a big release or two.
That's how.
I'm good with that early on, as we've seen other programs like a month ago. But if just give it to me and then fill the holes.
Yeah, I feel the same way. All right, 505-246-0610. I got emails from you. We got to hit it. I got a Jason email in this morning. You guys are in. Oh, Caitlin Clark's signature shoe is out as well. And the Cal Raleigh stuff. I want to hit that next. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry.
Opening drive on 95.9 FM AM 610, the Sports Animal. The Big Dumper, who not only is the best nickname in the modern generation of sports. You got a better one? Like a better baseball nickname in the modern generation?
Oh, my goodness. It's going to be hard to beat.
I don't even know any other nicknames. You got any other nicknames? Like, does anybody else have a nickname anymore? That's not K-Dub or J-Will or... Right? Who's got a nickname? What's
Nothing
Clayton,
that resonates like that.
What's Clayton Kershaw's nickname? Does he even have one? Does Mike Trout have it? Like, those guys in the day would have a nickname. The Splendid Splinter. The Sultan of SWAT. Right? I mean, what are we doing? The Big Dumper. So now he's up there with the Mick, not because of the nickname, because he hit his 50th home run last night. That extends his major league home run record for catchers. But now he joins Mickey Mantle as the only switch hitters in the history of the game to hit 50 home runs in a season. The Big Dumper. He becomes the 8th player in league history to hit 50 by the end of August. He's only the second Mariner to ever hit 50 home runs or more in a season. Ken Griffey Jr. hit 56 back in that 1997 season. That was their magical year. Wasn't that the year they won 119 games or something like that? Kenny did it again in 98. Those 2 years. One of those 2 years, they were nuts. Dumper's the MVP, first of all. To me, I'm over the argument. Like, if he doesn't get MVP, this is just East Coast bias. People, like stop at this point. And I guess we got another month to go. So
it's the best offensive season for a catcher ever. The power numbers are ridiculous. You factor in the defense behind the plate, what you're asking him to do on an everyday basis. Yeah. This has moved to, for me, a lock for the American League MVP.
Factor in that he's the catcher, yes. Yeah, what he's doing in the most demanding defensive position. Well, Jeff, he's the shortstop is. No. Catcher is the most demanding physical position. My dad used to call it the fastest way to the big leagues. Put on the tools of ignorance. He's doing it as a switch hitter. This is easy. They win last night? Yeah, they beat the Padres the Astros 9-6. No, the Padres 9-6, which is good for everybody. I mean, it's just good for everyone. I told you, I always have a soft spot for the Mariners anyway, right? But to me, this is special. Did you see ESPN rank the Major League farm systems from 1 to 30? Mets first, Dodgers second, on and on and on. Where do you think the Rockies come in?
29.
Preseason, they were 18th. They are currently ranked 23rd out of 30, which kind of stuns me a little bit. Below them are the Giants, the Yankees, the Braves, the Royals, the Angels, the Astros, and the Padres. The Padres make sense because they've gutted everything to win now, right? They just got rid of anything. It says adding potential star and shortstop Ethan Holiday, the 4th pick in the draft, is the headline for the Rockies farms. Will he be here next year, Ethan Holiday? Think he gets to AAA by next year?
If he is that good, if he's like his brother, yes.
Okay, that'd be good. They talked about Kyle Karros being here. Maybe so you get Matt Holliday and Eric Karros here a bunch next year to watch their guys play. Heck, Kyle's been up in the big leagues and playing. I mean, doing a decent job with the Rockies a little bit. But yeah, they ranked him 23rd, and that's why you are what you are. All right, got text. Steve from Michigan, wondering if you guys know what the Jets' backup situation is at quarterback. Maybe they can make room for Tommy DeVito, which I've been hearing they might. Also, nicknames: Mitch Wild Thing Williams, who pitched for Philly in '92 in the World Series. Yeah, but now, like, who's got a nickname now? Are there any nicknames at all in the big leagues? Are nicknames just like old-fashioned? They're not a thing anymore?
They're harder to catch on.
You would think they'd be easier with all the social media.
Yeah, but then they feel forced and people don't like them, and because they're not as creative. And you're right on that. There's a new pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds. I don't know if you saw this dude, but he looks like Kenny Powers.
Okay. Yes.
Bigger though.
All right.
And his nickname's Big Sugar.
I like that.
Coming out of the pen, throwing 100 miles per hour.
Okay.
Like, this works.
All right, that works. Big Dumper was because didn't his dad say move your dumper? You got to work your dumper off or something like that. That's what he called his butt. I don't know. It just they need to be organic though. Is your point? When you think like Splendid Splinter, the Big Hurt. Like how about Frank? That was a great nickname. The Big Hurt. Pete Rose was Charlie Hustle. Great nickname. Oh, man, back in the day, Ron Say was the Penguin. You know why? He looked like the
Did he
freaking
waddle?
Penguin. Yeah, he looked like the Penguin. Yes. Yes, they were great nicknames back in the day. Keep your J. Will, K. Dub. Stop. You know, what about like when they mix your name and your number? Like Kenneth Walker of the Seahawks is K9. Is that K9? Kind of a dog. He's a dog, K9. He wears number 9.
It's passable.
All right. That was like when Andrei Kirilenko wore 47. He was AK-47. And then the gun people lost their mind about that.
It's has to be clever, something like that.
Yeah. Like,
you can't just be like B12.
Right.
Like, oh, it's Vitamin
yeah,
now?
CP3. What do we do? The Slim Reaper. I like the Slim Reaper. The King. No, stop. You don't get to name yourself. The Claw for Kawhi. Okay. What's the best nicknames now? Like in whatever sport. Like Megatron. When Calvin Johnson was playing for the Lions, that was really good. I just don't got them. They're just not there. That's why I don't know. It's another reason why the Big Dumper is so good. All right, what else I got on the text line? Nike just revealed Caitlin Clark's signature shoe logo. Did you see it? I think it's clean, man.
I have not seen that yet.
I think it is so clean. Definitely thinking about getting a pair. Can't wait to see Angel Reese's signature shoe logo. A brick. Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah, have you Googled it yet? Have you pulled it up? I think Caitlin Clark's, the 2 C's in there, I think it's really clean what Nike did. I don't know if it's just a lady's shoe or what the deal is on the shoe. I know nothing about the shoe. I just saw the logo on it yesterday. And I think Nike and their design team did a hell of a job on that. You like it?
I haven't seen it yet.
All right, you'll find
now, for Angel Reese,
yeah.
How would you do leading the league in rebounding?
What do you mean?
All right, you can make fun of the fact she's not an offensive player. She's leading the WNBA in rebounding per game.
Yep.
12.4 boards.
That's correct. Would that play into her logo, though?
Like a Dennis Rodman-esque thing. I don't know how you do that.
Rodman, the Worm. Great nickname. Another one. Great nicknames, man. We don't do that anymore. What should you gotta like? What should, we're not gonna come up with it now, but like Angel Reese, the fact that her name is Angel and she is the villain, there's got to be something to play through there, right? Well, you can't say the Dark Angel, but I mean the character, right? That would be.
It plays into that narrative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. I got your emails when we get back. I got a Jason email, 505-246-0610. Going to continue to check the cut watch as teams need to cut their rosters down to 53 in the National Football League by today. So as you're cruising in your car, how you liking it? How's it feel to be in your vehicle? Could be better, right? You get that new car feel if you call On the Spot Automotive Detailing. Remember how fun it was the day you rolled off the lot when your car was detailed? You can get it detailed at your convenience, at your office, at your home. On the Spot Automotive Detailing brings their remote unit to you. You don't take it to them. I don't know where their office is. It doesn't matter. They know where mine is, and that's what matters. They come out and detail my vehicle. Inside, outside, around the rims, under the hood, under the seats, all those places you don't get. And when they're done, your car looks and feels and smells brand new. It's kind of dawned on me a few months back. So when I get gas, the clock resets. And a week later, when I needed to get gas again, I kind of looked down. I realized I spent like 22 or something hours. That's almost a full day of your week in your car. Enjoy being in your vehicle. You spend a lot of time, and it's your biggest investment or one of your biggest investments. Take care of it. Talk to them about paint protection film, ceramic coating. It'll keep your car looking flawless, guard against rock chips and bugs and UV damage. It's On the Spot Automotive Detailing, and it is a great gift. It's all online. Book and buy on their website, otsdetailing.com. Find them at otsdetailing.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-27.
60610. Johnson's nicknames for pro athletes. How about the Black Mamba? R.I.P. Lakers great Kobe Bryant. Yeah, but like, what about now? Yeah, Black Mamba. The Mamba was great. That was a good nickname.
That's what we're saying. We're not asking for your favorite nicknames. What are they now?
Yeah, I mean, we could do the nickname segment, but I mean, yeah, there was some like, whatever happened to the nickname, man? Like, you know, that's why the Big Dumper's so good. Or, I don't know. I mean, like the Unicorn when Porzingis came out. Okay, I could live with that. Does Wembanyama have a nickname besides Wemby? KD. All right, yeah, cute. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Like Shaquille was the Diesel. Okay, that made sense. Right? That's awesome. All right, emails. What do I got in here for you? I'll get to that one later. Matt says Las Cruces, believe it or not, Las Cruces area is about 230,000. I said 100,000? Okay, 230. They're as pathetic as we are. New Mexicans in general need to show up. Yeah, but when the students aren't there, it's harder. But it's not an excuse. It's just you got more people here than they do there. Mike's talking about the Michigan-New Mexico game. He says if the game gets out of hand early, Jeff Alou, when does Beck, that would be Eck, try to save some team for a suddenly crucial game against the Bengals? I don't know. Second half, maybe. I mean, like his second string and third string against theirs could get even uglier. You know, do you go out? This is a really interesting question. All right, so let's just say, take a scenario. If you're a 37-point dog and you go somewhere and you're down, 35 in the third quarter, and they start putting in their second and third string guys. You're a young team with tons of transfers. Do you continue to play your first string guys to get them the reps in a game situation, or do you put in your second and third string guys early too?
I think it depends on the player. Like there's certain dudes that you realize, I know who this guy is. He doesn't need to see the field in the second half.
But how many guys do you really know who they are in game one of a brand new, like
Gabe
a brand
Lopez, Scott J. Humphrey.
Okay, fair enough.
Like it's that, and then maybe your Abe Williams.
There's very
maybe he's not
few of those
returning
guys.
kickoffs in the second half or something like that.
But there's very few of those guys you know who they are, right? Most of this roster, you're going, I need to find out who.
And then the reality of who can survive that second half. Like your second or third string safety, it might be all right against Idaho State somewhere else. Against Michigan, you could be wondering, hey, why is there a JV squad on the field?
And that's what I'm saying, right? So that might be where you actually get a good look and see who your dudes are. Because is their second team going to be closer to what you're playing in your league? Certainly it is, right? Then you get an idea. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Hopefully they're not in that situation, and it's a tight game, and they're playing that thing the whole way through. But it's a fair question that you pose. Best nicknames. The Black Mamba, Air Jordan, the Rain Man. Sean Kemp, that was a really good one. Glove for Gary Payton was good. Mr. October's terrific. The Sandman was good. Bash Brothers was good. My favorite one is The Great One. I think The Great One says it all. What's a better nickname?
But that is exactly just amplifying what you're saying. You're not looking for what was.
That's right.
Is there any now?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 100%. Those are great nicknames for the past. I will stand on it. The Great One, says everything. That was Wayne Gretzky. Travis,
Sid the Kid?
Sid the Kid's all right. It's all right. Mr. Hockey's great. Right? Donnie Baseball for Don Mattingly. That was good. The Wizard, Ozzie Smith, the Wizard. That was a great nickname. You know why? Because he was a freaking wizard. You ever see Ozzie Smith play shortstop? Is that before your time? He was sick. Travis said, did JJ just say Angel Reese is leading the WNBA in rebounds? Did he mean to say me-bounds? Blowing an uncontested layup 3 times in a row at the basket and padding your rebound stats doesn't make you Dennis Rodman or Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay.
He's not totally wrong. But she is leading the league in rebounds. But she's not Wilt Chamberlain.
I love that everyone's still on it. When was the last game you watched with anyone?
Maybe he did.
Yeah,
maybe he did. 505-246-0610. I got a Jason email for you, and we're checking the cut lists as they come out in the National Football League. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official.
Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Zimbietta and JJ Buck.
All right, tracking the roster cuts. Good morning, boys and girls, and happy whatever day it is, Tuesday. Thanks for finding us on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Jeff Zimbietta, JJ Buck. You're encouraged to participate in the radio show today. 505-246-0610 is how to get here. Big week on the sports animal. Isotopes in Sugarland all week. Right here at 6:05 on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Tonight is your first Lobo Talk of the season. It'll be over on News Radio KKOB, 7 o'clock. And then on Friday night, high school football. JJ will have the call. Clovis will be at Rio Rancho. You'll listen to that over on KTBL. Saturday morning, number 1 Texas against the defending champions Ohio State right here on the Sports Animal. Lobo football, the Big House against Michigan, 4:30 on News Radio KKOB. And then next Monday, TCU and Bill Belichick get together. It'll be the Horned Frogs and the Tar Heels on Monday Night Football. Jeff Zimbietta, JJ Buck. All right, so let's see. Some moves coming in. KJ Osborne released by the wide receiver by the Commanders. Giants are getting rid of little Jordan Humphrey, the wide receiver. Stuff coming in. Nothing that just breaks the bank here, right? I'll give you the stuff that really matters as it comes in. Talking about nicknames, JJ. I got a couple, but I don't really understand. I got this one. We were talking about nicknames. What's a great nickname like now? We're talking about the Big Dumper. Not the great ones from the past. I get it. That's my whole point. There were great nicknames in the past. Charlie Hustle, and the Great One, and all Sultan of SWAT and Splendid Splinter. Carrie Ann from Stone Mountain, Georgia is listening. JJ. She says, "What about the System? Who's the System? I don't know who that is. I mean, I like it. I just don't know who it is." John says, "Okay, now there's a new player nickname, the Asian Wonder for Shohei. Sorry, fellas, just came up with that." Yeah, that might not work. I'd be good if you just called him the Show. Like, to me, if you just called him the Show, I'd be good with that. Current nicknames, King Tuck, Kyle Tucker, and Siwa for Seiya Suzuki. Okay, I don't know those. Is they call Kyle Tucker King Tuck? That's good if they do.
That's solid.
Actually, I kind of like that. Yeah. I kind of like that. All right. We had Tony Sanchez on earlier today, New Mexico State's football coach. If you missed it, you can find it. It'll be up on our website, sportsanimalabq.com. You can listen to that later. Jason's in on that. It says, "Good morning, OD. The smell of tire pellets on that warm synthetic turf. The nip in the air in the early morning, the smell of roasted green and red chili wafting through and hanging in the air." Yes, it's football season in the 575, and I guess in the 505. Do they still play football up there? Good interview with CTS. As I listened, I got more and more fired up to see this edition of Aggie football. The fact that he has guys that can run already makes them exciting on offense. Couple that with a quarterback that can spin it, that is a recipe for points. Coach Tony Sanchez seems to have some confidence and swagger in his voice these days, and I, for one, like it. Those are palpable in the interviews I've heard. He, in fact, gave props and lobbed flowers to the head ball coach of Team Wile E. Coyote. The rivalry this year should be fun with both programs getting a bye prior. A whole 14 days of trash talk should be fun. I will be locked in and ready. Crimsonally, Jason, P.S., I will be unleashing my 1-star picks, NMSU and UNM games, and homage to Edwards' 5-star picks on Friday. All right. That was a tame Jason email, but he feels good. Aggie fan, excited about the beginning of the new football season. Okay. All right. I'm down with that. I don't know, and I meant to ask him this, and we kind of ran out of time on this. I don't know why Aggie fan would not feel that they should make a bowl game this year. Now, I guess the answer is, have you looked at their history? Do you know who they are? And the answer is that obviously I do. But if I look at their recent history and I look at their schedule and I look at their current conference configuration, I don't see why they shouldn't be able to beat a Bryant and then find wins, Tulsa, Missouri State, Middle, Kennesaw. There should be, I think it's fair to expect, if you're an Aggie fan, I understand the projections. What's their over under? 4.5? Yeah, Vegas says 4.5. If I'm an Aggie fan, I think it's fair to expect at least 6 wins this year. I got a stud on defense. I got a quarterback who's proven. I got a coach in the
Stud
second.
linebacker does not mean anything.
It's a base of a defense who's
Carmen Messina, how many tackles did he have for
Brian Urlacher was pretty
one
good.
or two win Lobo teams?
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not telling you it's all right.
This is the hardest one. Like, I'm with you. I like what they did. Logan Fife, the veteran quarterback, been there, done that, played at a high level, speed on the outside, and trending in the right direction. It's just, that's to double up from last year. Like, give me 2 weeks.
You want?
I know that's not a hot take, but
yeah,
it's just the way it is now. It's harder and harder to have those preseason takes of, well, this is the expectation,
because you just don't know. I guess because you start looking at some of the guys who came in, where they came from, and I get it. There's totally different philosophies on this, but I do got a quarterback. I got a proven offensive coordinator who's won in a lot of places, who's got 4 quarterbacks in the NFL. Right? I don't know. I think that's fair to expect. All right, Cowboys put defensive end Peyton Turner on injured reserve. Broken ribs. He's been dealing with it, so he'll miss the first 4 games. Their wide receiver Jonathan Mingo also going on injured reserve for the Dallas Cowboys to start the season. 4 games out, so don't take Jonathan Mingo in your fantasy draft. I'm just saying. When do you have all your drafts, dude? Are you done? Have you done any yet?
I have 2 this week. I'm only in 2 leagues, so.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Not like a crazy person has 4.
I got the eye roll. You're in. Well, but I mean, hell, it could be.
Okay,
done,
so
it could be
you know
down
what,
to
you know
3
what's
after
funny,
week
Jeff?
1.
Fantasy sports is fun. Like, I don't care if it takes time, because how much time do you spend looking at your roster every single day of the week? It's the same thing you do in fantasy baseball, right? It's just fun. It's fun. Yeah. Enjoy it. If you're in 8 leagues, you're in 4 leagues, do what you want. I have 2 very serious leagues I'm in, and that's good for me.
I got the eye roll from Stigler that I was in 4. I'm freaking nuts. Yeah.
No, it's fun.
Sometimes.
It's
until I come
but
in on Monday morning and tell you how much I hate it. Like, I hate golf. It's the same crap. And hell, by the second week of the season, I could be only in 3.
Yeah, there's so many different ways to play now.
Yeah, the
styles,
guillotine league
of fantasy football, like best ball, guillotine leagues, all kinds of
best
stuff.
Ball?
So best ball is you don't play head to head. You draft a team.
Yep.
And it's if you have whatever's on your roster, whoever scores the most points, that counts towards your total.
So you're just playing total points all season? So if you get buried early, you're buried early.
Tough to come back.
And you're done. I'm not sure I love that as much.
But it's the same thing. You lose early and you get eliminated from a league.
So how about this? I'm in one league where top scorer each week gets $50.
Hey, if you got someone that can manage that, Good on you.
Yeah, no, we do. And so the top scorer, you're playing head to head, and so there's standings, but you reward the guys, the top scorers. I kind of like that. Yeah, I think there's something to that as well. All right, 505-246-0610. Emails jeff@sportsanimalabq.com, jj@sportsanimalabq.com. You're finding us on the TV side. Adrian's producing. It's on Xfinity Channel 26 and on our Facebook page, the OD in the AM. When we get back, let's hit some more of this NFL stuff that we got. The Browns thing is still interesting, and I'm watching all the cuts that are coming in and going to keep you up to date as we go. If you got some good nicknames that are current, please, man, hit me with them. I don't know what the system is, but I'm listening to it. King Tuck is good to me. I like that as well. The Browns just released a veteran wide receiver who's on one of my teams that I got to go make a move on. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Listen every Saturday morning at...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
Opening drive, Deontay Johnson got cut. Better receiver, Browns. Adam Schefter's reporting that. He signed a 1-year deal. He'll bounce around, get signed in a few weeks, I guess. I mean, that's a guy. When it was Carolina, right? Who drafted him initially?
Steelers.
It was the Steelers. That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah, he was going to be something. Now he's something that just bounces around. Nathan Carter, the running back, will make the Falcons roster. Tyjae Spears, Titans. High ankle sprain going to injured reserve.
Tony Pollard season.
Yeah, it's Tony Pollard season there. That's true. Fred, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hi, Fred. Wait, let me do that again. Hello,
Without
Fred.
looking it up.
Yep.
Without looking it up.
Yep.
How many guys are batting over 300 in the National League?
16.
One.
I meant one.
Freddie Freeman.
Is that it?
302.
No way.
And then another really unusual thing is that at All-Star time, I remember Judge was batting about 355, something like that. And so he was a shoo-in for the batting crown. And since the All-Star game, he's batting 207. His average has dipped down to 323 now. And now the second place guy I run is at 316. And the American League has 5 people batting over 300. And I just thought that was pretty strange.
Pitching just that damn good?
That's not very good.
Well, is the pitching just that good? Like, why is that?
Oh, yeah, the pitching. No, I think it is. I think the pitchers are that good. If you watch on TV, these guys have 7 pitches now. Not all of them do, but
I think
that's ridiculous.
I think the other thing is, Fred, I mean, guys, when you get specialists, right, you got your 6th inning guy, your 7th inning guy, your 8th inning guy. When guys would pitch into the 7th, 8th innings, they're running low in the tank. You've seen them 3 times. Now you got a guy who just gets to empty the tank because he's going to pitch to 3, 4, 5 hitters max, and so he's throwing everything he can at you. And yeah, they're getting better.
Well, hey, another thing I was going to ask you. Well, first, Adonis Chapman. I didn't want him playing for the Red Sox because last year he's 5-5 at 14 saves at 3.79 ERA. Right. Now I love the guy. The guy, you wouldn't believe what Chapman's doing. He's gone 31 innings without giving up a run, and right now he's got 25 saves, and he's got an ERA of a 1.06. I can't believe that.
That's crazy.
That's just amazing. And so, and then just a couple other things, real fast. You didn't mention this. I don't think you did anyway. Over the weekend, I just love this Raymer girl from El Dorado, and I know you do too.
Yeah, no, she's insane.
And she when she breaks records, she didn't break records like normal people. They break records by 2 or 3 seconds.
No, she smashes.
She broke the record. She broke her own record from last year when she was a sophomore. She broke it by 27 seconds. So watch out for this girl the whole year. I love going to meets and watching her. So, but that's all I called about.
Yeah.
Just a couple little.
That's good.
Fred.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay,
Thank
guy.
you. So Gianna Raymer, who is the now sophomore at El Dorado High School, I told you this when she was an 8th grader, that she might be the most dominating, as an 8th grader, high school athlete I've seen around here in 2 decades. I told you that as an 8th grader, right? Now she's a sophomore. She is spectacular. And that was the 8th grader who won state championship in cross country. Remember I told you the story years ago, or 2 years ago. It was at a community stadium. It was the Metro meet. And she was beating the field by a minute and comes running, kind of with about a mile to go, and or maybe 3/4 of a mile. And hey, go, Gianna. And she's like, had this smile on her face. I just saw a bunny, right? I mean, it's just carefree, easy. And then I was in Arizona at that Nike meet, and she won that. The best high school runners in the region, Utah, Wyoming, Colorado, right? And she won that and went up to Oregon, and I think finished 3rd or 4th in the nation as an 8th grader. She is, if you ever, like, I get it. You're probably not going to a lot of cross-country meets. If you get to go to one, or if you think about it and you hear about it, she is worth going out to watch. She is.
Sounds phenomenal.
She was on the show with us. Remember when she was on with us after she won the Nike meet in Arizona? She was so good, man. Like, yes, Fred, I'm 100% in with you on that one. All right. Was referring to Steve Fisher, if that counts, says Carrie Ann, about the system. Okay. Yeah, that counts. I'm talking more about, players' names themselves. Like the Wizard of Westwood, John Wood, right? That kind of stuff. The General, Bobby Knight. That's kind of where I was thinking with that stuff. But, yeah, you're welcome. Welcome again. Hey, did you catch any Venus Williams last night by any chance? I don't know what you had going last night. I flipped over and I caught a little of the U.S. Open. And did you catch it? She didn't win, but did you watch her at all?
I got some highlights. I tuned in late the last few matches last night, so I watched a few minutes.
So she is 45 years old. Tennis is, especially ladies tennis, right? It's always these 18 to 22-year-old phenoms. Venus got a wild card in, and she was playing on Arthur Ashe Stadium, and she lost. Karolina Muchova beat her 6-3, 2-6, and 6-1. But that middle set where she won, she was really, really good. And I'm not looking for moral victories. And it was crazy how the crowd was behind him. You know how, like, tennis crowds, like, cheer for everybody? It was like Muchova would win and nothing. And, win a point, and then Venus would win. Venus was 45. She's the oldest singles player there. She's the oldest singles player, in fact, since 1981 in that tournament. She had a post-match press conference, and she kind of smiled through it. And there was a reporter that asked her about the illnesses and the injuries that she's had, and asked her, did she prove herself? And she says, "Oh, what, did I prove myself?" She was kind of repeating part of the question. She says, "I think for me, getting back on the court was about giving myself a chance to play more healthy. When you play unhealthy, it's in your mind. It's not how you feel. So get stuck in your mind too. It was nice to be freer." I thought it was just cool. And she kind of teared up. And hey, look, man, until someone comes up and takes the mantle, until someone becomes that in American women's tennis, there's a void. And Coco Gauff's trying, and there's a few, that have won a tournament here and there. But it's Serena and Venus's game until someone else does it. And, yeah, Father Time is undefeated. Father Time wins every single time. But it was kind of fun to watch her out there yesterday. I know, early rounds U.S. Open, I know it might not be at the top of your list, but it was kind of slow last night, and it was bouncing around. And, just kind of, I got a good glimpse of that, and I thought it was pretty cool. And I thought I'd share that with you. All right, 505-246-0610, continuing to watch the cuts come in. There's a story on Sports Illustrated this morning on why Jerry Jones will not trade Micah Parsons. And it gets into ego and it gets into everything else, but I think you and I are both kind of getting closer and closer to Micah does not play. opening day.
Yeah, this one is different than we saw with CeeDee Lamb, saw with Dak Prescott. There's a lot of shots being taken both ways. This is the most dug in I've ever seen Jerry Jones in the last 20 years. Yeah, Emmitt Smith missed 2 games, right? But guys of the new era, they've gotten things done. Even if they've waited to the end, it's been what you've discussed. Something there. They're just waiting to announce it. They do it. But Micah Parsons isn't playing along if that's the case. Micah Parsons is not acting like a dude that has a big-time contract extension coming around the corner. Then who knows? Maybe you get to September 4th, getting ready for Thursday Night Football, and they're like, gotcha, Raul just played you. You talked about us for 2 months.
Yeah,
okay.
That could happen. I just don't see it with the cadence that's been going on with the almost vitriol in the conversation, right? You never, Jerry never said a bad word about CeeDee Lamb or Dak Prescott. He always expressed the confidence and talked about how great they were. When it comes to Micah, it was all about, you ever seen a guy not fulfill a contract? Well, we have, not live up to a. What if he gets hurt? I don't know, Jerry, he plays football. What if he gets hurt? This one's just been so completely different. But, yeah, it's different. All right, we'll continue. 505-246-0610. I got emails from you. Keep them coming. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action.
Life better if you can just
it's put it on the screen. Say, what do you got to say about it now?
Yeah, because this was a strike. Did you see this one? This was a strike. It was at the bottom of the zone, but it was a strike. He said, I knew I struck out on a good pitch. I guess he said the magic words to the umpire and good night now. But yeah, this is a pretty good one. This is if you catch that. All right, what else do I got for you? 505-246-06 Thames. Nicknames are coming in. Nothing spectacular. You guys are making up nicknames now. You're just making them up as you throw them out. Yeah, that's wonderful. We brought up Caitlin Clark earlier. Have you seen her logo yet? Still haven't found it? Caitlin Clark is out, and she's been out. I don't know if you've watched one WNBA game. Have you? Are you still watching? Now that the NFL started?
I dabble.
You dabble?
Yeah.
All right. Caitlin Clark has missed 16 straight games. It's her right groin injury. They'll play Seattle. This will be her 16th straight game. They may not make the playoffs. If the Fever lose, that's her team. If the Fever lose today and LA beats Phoenix, the Fever will fall out of the playoff picture. The WNBA cannot have this. Remember, she was injured. Well, you might not remember because you don't follow it, but July 15th. There's no official return timeline. She also has a bone bruise on her left ankle. There's a report in the Indianapolis Star that the ankle issue didn't affect her groin rehab, but whatever, they released a statement that there's no timeline. She did non-contact drills and was shooting around over the weekend, but never returned to practice. Day to day, and if this doesn't prove what she is to the WNBA, I've watched way less highlights on my sports feeds. Sports Center is giving me less WNBA, and they just love the WNBA. Don't tell me they don't need Caitlin Clark.
No one's saying that, man.
Angel Reese.
No one says that anymore.
Angel Reese does. Yeah. This is...
The challenge is... Because, ESPN does it like with anything else. They have a WNBA game, they'll talk WNBA that night.
Mm-hmm.
If not, they're off the radar, like with anything else. But is there any way in the summer to get a number 2?
To get a what?
To get a number 2 storyline for the WNBA. Because Caitlin Clark is that everything.
Well, it should be the girl from Connecticut, the rookie.
Paige Beckers, who had 44 points the other night?
It should be her. Why isn't it her?
Because no one wants to talk about it?
Why?
Why didn't you talk about it?
No, but because I don't care.
That's the reason.
It doesn't.
If you don't care, you don't talk about it.
And
that's
do much for me.
I don't know what else you're supposed to do. Like when you're the WNBA, I'm not saying I don't prep a show and then be like, I need to get WNBA in here.
Right.
But if it's Caitlin Clark, you talk about it.
Okay.
And then so I don't know how the NBA then capitalizes on that.
So the Paige Beckers thing. See what I was being fed, and what people were saying is this Caitlin Clark thing was only a deal. And look, I get it. This is a sensitive issue, but I'm not afraid to take this. It was made out to be in many places that it was a race thing, that she was getting more attention than Angel Reese, even though she wasn't better than Angel Reese, because it's the straight white girl from Iowa in a league that's made up of African American women and many non-straight women. Okay, cool. But there were plenty of other white women in the league before that didn't click. Ionescu, Taurasi, Stewie. Now you have one afterwards, Paige Beckers, who's probably a better player, right? And so what is it about Caitlin Clark? Well, she was different. And JJ said this before, and you're dead on right. It was the Steph Curry factor. She played the game differently. She stretched the floor. She was. You wanted to see her. I don't know how many of you watch the game. You watch Paige Beckers. Paige Beckers really, really good. She's probably a better all-around player. But there's something different about Caitlin Clark.
It's what fascinates me about it is also just the evolution of sport. So you see a woman shooting the ball deep, you love it. You watch the NBA and you say that's why the game's broken. It's because you're tired of people shooting 3-point shots. But just how we are as a sports society, what we gravitate to, what we want to see. And Caitlin Clark is a generational star, and I think it helps that there was that build-up at Iowa where she was a factor. You have to have controversy, and that controversy came from Angel Reese. Whether it was real or not, it was something there that people talked about. And then Caitlin Clark has performed when she's been on the floor and triple doubles, things like that. And it's not to take away from Caitlin Clark. Now that just the question would be, because everyone's going to complain that they're not doing enough, right? You're not selling your stars. Major League Baseball's not selling their stars. All this or that. Well, what is next then? If Caitlin Clark is not playing, what else can you do?
Yeah, look, the difference on the 3-point thing, the women's game is played completely below the rim. And so that was something that was spectacular. All right. 505-246-0610. Lamar, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hi, Lamar.
Lamont.
Oh, hey, sorry about that. What's up, Lamont?
Yeah, want to talk about Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
I first of all, I got to say she's a generational talent, and her groin injury, that is something she's going to have to work back from. She runs the show basically in WNBA, and Angel Reese is second, and after that there's nothing. But for her to try to come back and
what? Where'd
be
you go?
like, don't push it back. Let her heal and
come back in her time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has to come back on her time because she's the one that generates all the popularity in the WNBA and everything, and everybody's out to cut her throat or whatever, you know what I mean? But, yeah.
All right, no.
She's going to have to, just work through it, and she'll be back.
Right on, Lamont. Appreciate the call. Thanks, man. No, and in her time, she will be back. Dan, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Dan.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello, Daniel.
Hey, so they used to call Sam Darnold Clifford in high school.
I didn't know that.
So, yeah, Clifford, the big red dog. So I'm going to be going with that this season.
I like that.
way, I've already got it figured out. I can either say, "Go Clifford" or "Freaking Clifford."
Yeah.
I've already got it set up like that.
All right. I can live with that one.
Someone else called him the GQ bus, and I think it was sarcastic. GQ bus.
What is that? Who is that?
God Emperor, quarterback of the United States.
Okay. All right.
You ever heard that?
I never had. No, never had.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going with Clifford.
All right, I'm down with Clifford.
And I think Paige is on her way to an MVP.
Probably.
Okay, guys.
Later.
Later.
Is Paige Becker's MVP?
Not of this year,
Yeah, one day she will be, though.
but trajectory, yes.
Yeah. Rudy, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Rudy.
Hello. Hey, so on nicknames, probably not national, but, when Mitch Garver was here, he was the rifleman.
Okay. I don't hate that.
That guy could throw anybody out at second base.
All right.
He had the highest throwout rate, I think, in the history of Mountain West Conference baseball. I'll have to look that up again. But I don't know if it's stuck at the Twins, but I always thought that was a great nickname, especially because the rifleman took place right here in New Mexico.
Yeah. All right, then. That's good. I'm good with that.
And everybody comes up with their own nicknames. I think I call him the Stigulator. Like the Terminator.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's our local
Stigman
legendary
Freud.
nickname.
Those
I
are the
guess.
best nicknames I know. Stigman Freud, the American Stigalo. Yeah, those are the best ones I got.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Take
Thanks,
care.
Rudy. See you. All right. Keep them coming. 505-246-0610. We'll wrap it up when we get back. Everything you got to know as you go through your today. And still time for you to get in at Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com or JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Hey, Twin Peaks brings the flavor. Close out your evenings. Late night flatbreads over at Twin Peaks. Just $8 from 10 o'clock till close. They do that Sunday through Thursday. It is the perfect way to end your evening. And if you love you some bourbon, like I love me some bourbon, don't miss out on the rare bourbon collections over at Twin Peaks featuring exclusive barrel selects. They're hand-picked by the Twin Peaks teams. It varies. It moves around, so check in with them and enjoy what they're doing over there. And if you're looking for a job, a work where you can have fun and make great money, they're looking for bartenders and wait staff and kitchen crew. Get a job over at Twin Peaks. So, you text WORK4TP to 85000. Work 4TP to 85,000. Twin Peaks is hiring now. And of course, happy hours all the time, whether you dig tequila cocktails or the whiskeys, whatever it is. Get over to Twin Peaks, 29-degree drafts, perfect way to unwind, and lunch at Twin Peaks. Combos starting at just $7.99 every day. Enjoy savory soups, crisp salads, sandwiches that hit the spot without slowing you down. So whether it's lunch or happy hour, Twin Peaks has the flavor, and they got the views to match. See you at Twin Peaks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897.
All right, what do you got to know as you go through Tuesday? What's everybody going to be talking about? They're going to be talking about the big dumper who hit his 50th home run yesterday, Cal Raleigh, the catcher for the Mariners. So not only does he continue to pad his record for most home runs in a season by a primary catcher, he now joins Mickey Mantle as the only players in history as a switch hitter to hit 50 or more home runs in a season. It's pretty amazing. M's beat the Padres yesterday. What else are people going to be talking about? Trey Hendrickson signed his deal, got $14 million added to his salary to play defensive end for the Bengals. Kenny Pickett is a Raider. He got traded by the Browns to the Raiders. Amari Cooper's a Raider, too. He got signed as a free agent. Joe Mixon, the running back for the Texans, will start the season on the injured list. And the Lobos and Aggies will play basketball in November. It'll be November 15th this year in Las Cruces. It's a Saturday night. We spoke with New Mexico State head football coach Tony Sanchez this morning. If you missed that or would like to listen to it again or share it, it'll be available wherever it is you get your podcast. Or you can go to our website, sportsanimalabq.com, click on the opening drive. It'll be there for you. Jason Eck from yesterday, the New Mexico coach, is also up as well. JJ, I know a lot of people have been taking a listen to that, and I thought it was a good conversation with Tony.
Well, I always enjoy getting a chance to talk with the coaches because you hear them here first.
Yeah, they're here
on the Sports Animal.
Yeah, and they'll be there all week or all year. Next week we are off on Labor Day, so I believe Jason Eck will be on Tuesday as well. So we'll do Tony Sanchez at 7, and then Jason Eck at 8. Tomorrow he writes and he speaks. Sean Ryder, the Albuquerque Journal beat writer for Lobo football, is going to join us in our Ryder on the Radio segment. We'll do that at 9 o'clock on Wednesdays. So we'll catch up with him and get his take as Lobos get set to open up the season in Ann Arbor against the Wolverines in what they call the Big House. You know why they call it the Big House? This is a big-ass house. I mean, I'm just saying. It's big and, well, it's kind of like, who was I talking about this? Was it you? It's kind of like the pit. It's not, when you see it from the street, you pull up and it's you don't think it's that big until you get in there and realize it's like the pit. When you see the pit, you don't realize that it's got 15,500 screaming idiots in there.
Yeah,
I mean, beautiful. And I say idiots with all due respect. I call myself that. Don't get mad.
Very, very respectful way.
That's right. 15,500 screaming people, beautiful people in there.
The most beautiful people you've ever seen.
Nobody's ever seen more beautiful people. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Mecole Hardman released by the Packers. If you're looking for some more names.
These are just dudes in the end of your fantasy roster? Or
No, just dudes. I mean, I'm just watching the waiver wire, man. I'm just watching it tick and tick and tick. No, one dude was at the end of my fantasy roster, yeah. But that's that 17-team league where I was looking at just kind of...
That's cray-cray.
Dude, it is cray-cray. I mean, it's impossible by the end of that. It's whatever. All right, baseball tonight. So, as you hit it with the Dodgers last night, their win over the Reds, the Padres losing in Seattle. LA's got a 1-game lead over San Diego in the West. So the races that you're watching, Houston and Seattle, the Mariners are a 1.5 back of Houston in the AL West. Dodgers are up on the Padres by 1 game in the National League West. Toronto still up 5 on the Blue Jays, 5.5 on the Yankees. And then the wild card stuff is as we get closer and closer now, inside 30 games, it gets more intense. The American League seems relatively set, although it's not. Red Sox, Yankees, and Mariners with the Royals 4 back and the Rangers 5.5 back. National League, Cubs, Padres, Mets with the Reds 2.5 games back. So, I mean, that's what you're watching there. Hey, Brian, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. What's up, Brian?
Hey, Jeff, how you living, man?
Life's grooving. What's happening?
Hey, right on, man. Hey, instead of referring to fans as like, I know you meant it with all due respect, but you could call them hooligans. That's what they call them in Europe with the football in Europe. They call them hooligans, soccer hooligans, but you could call it like basketball hooligans or Lobo hooligans or whatever, man.
That's fair. That's totally, as it came out of my mouth, I knew it was like, you know what? I call myself an idiot, and I do it in the utmost kind way, but I realize maybe everybody doesn't take it that way. So, yeah.
Nah, I knew what you meant, but maybe there's some other folks that maybe haven't had their coffee yet, and maybe they didn't hear it right. But hooligans is a safe way to go, brother.
All right, I'll go with 15,500 hooligans in there. All right, I like that.
There you go.
Thanks for not taking
buddy.
offense, Brian. Appreciate you. See you. Yeah, as it came out of my mouth, I'm like, all right, not everybody's going to get the intent of that. You know what I mean? I use idiot as an endearing term. I do. I tell you, like, I got a draft tonight, right? With 9 of my idiot buddies from San Diego State. Like some of my old buddies from all
It's the only way to draft is with a bunch of idiots.
Right.
'Cause we're 2 idiots with too many teams.
That's
our fantasy football segment. Thursday is 9 a.m. if you actually want the advice that will win your league.
That's right. Thursdays, 9 a.m., 2 idiots, too many teams. That's the name of our segment. Between us, we'll have 6 until I get knocked out of the guillotine league, and it'll be 5. And then Stigler can come in, roll his eyes at me.
And honestly,
judge me.
It's just to have fun conversation, bounce back. You have like sit-start questions. Daily fantasy is huge too. I'm big into that. So, like stacks going into the weekend, games to target.
Yeah. So you got. Look, we're not experts. All right. But if you just want to know, like, you're always asking your buddy, hey, what do you think, dude? Should I play this dude or that dude? So run it by. You get 2 more opinions here. Maybe somebody will call in and say, no, not what that hooligan said. It's 2 idiots, too many teams. It's Tuesday. Oh, it would have been good on Tuesday. Except for it wouldn't have been because waiver day. Well, waiver day is Tuesday. 2 idiots, too many teams on Tuesday. That would have been good. Just for the alliteration, not for the actual segment. But I mean, we'll do that on Thursdays. I forgot about 2 idiots and too many teams. All right. What else I get tonight? I get U.S. Open tennis, and I get what else? Isotopes baseball tonight, and don't forget Lobo Talk tonight. Season opener of Lobo Talk over on News Radio KKOB. It'll be Robert Portnoy and Jason Eck. Starts at 7:00. I think they're still doing it at Sandia Casino.
Yeah, great spot. Love doing it out there at Sandia, the sports bar. It's going to be awesome, and Offspring tonight as well. So.
Oh, that's right. Are you going?
I am going. Because I am pretty fly for a white guy.
Yeah, you are. That's one of the shows I had circled and I forgot about it. Then I had this damn draft. My guys, my fellow holes don't really care that I wanted to go see Offspring tonight. I guess I could have drafted from there. Well, it's spotty.
I think you got some connections. I could hook you up maybe like in a box with a hot spot.
You think I could have just made a call? I mean, no. You know who I am. I don't get that kind of service. I don't.
That'd actually be pretty fun.
It would be. Sitting there and draft. All right, enjoy the show tonight. My friend's got a boyfriend and she hates that. Thanks to Tony Sanchez for being with us today. You can listen to that over on our website, sportsanimalabq.com, or wherever you get your podcasts. The Herd with Colin Cowherd will be next. The Jim Rome Show will follow that. 2 Men On steps in at 4. Then you get Isotopes Baseball. They are playing the Sugarland Space Cowboys. Some people call them Maurice. Adrian, great work. Looks so good on the TV side. He is JJ Buck. I merely Jeff Symbieta. Big day for you?
Huge.
Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 20